Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome back to Harvest Men. I want to thank each and everyone who's returning to listen for y'all's last messages message that I'm going to be sharing today on YT. Um, so please listen up because this is very important. And he has urged me to come back and be a little bit more detailed on the Zion, Daughters of Zion's attire and what he wants and what he don't want. So he wants me to share how he has led and guided me in things and how to change and come out of Babylon's, how I want to say, dressing, how we present ourselves to the world. So just know you can't walk with Babylon and walk with him too. We still cannot straddle the fence. I'm going to give you some scriptures, a few throughout, and then at the very end of the description box, there will be some more. So I want to say, that Yah gives us a breath of life for us to live and breathe. And he gave his life for us. So we need to thank him in return by his showing our appreciation and our love for him. He deserves it. He deserves it. Just know that his children and his daughters of Zion, they're still not listening. So he urged me to come back for a part 2. So let's begin with a word of prayer. Abba Yah, we come to you as humble as we know how. And we're asking you to continue to lead and guide us on this straight and narrow path that leads to you. We ask you to forgive us for all our sins and that we walk in the admonition of your way and your commandments and your laws and your statutes. And as I decrease, that the words that you have given me, let it land on good solid ground. Let it land in the hearts and the ears and the minds of man. Father, we thank you because now we are growing up. We are coming out of that childish mind and we are listening to what you're saying, that the time is winding up and that the sands of the sea have narrowed, and we are believing your word. And we want to say thank you for your word. We want to say thank you for the Ruach in your precious and holy name. Okay, family. Praise Yah. Praise him for all that he is doing. He told me these messages are from the month of May and mostly from the month of May and partly from the month of June of this year, 2024. Like I said, he did have me on shutdown for a while, and while that was entire month of May and part of June, he released me on June the 7th, and so I've been trying to catch up on some of the things that he has shared with me, and one was how the daughters of Zion actually dress. So he also said during the month of May, he said that the 400 years didn't help some people. It just didn't help. He said they still can't see him in the midst. Our minds and our hearts are so entwined with Babylon, and we can't see it because the church never taught us nothing but entertainment, making sure we tired, little things like that. But we never really learned him, and even reading the book ourselves, because if you don't know who you are as a people, you really won't understand it. You will stay confused, as I did, until I woke up to who the people are. That was when I really got the understanding and the gist of the word, and that word is his word that he wrote in advance. It's his story. He also said in the month of May, he said, pray for Yah's stubborn children, and that we are. I don't care how much you want to share with your family and friends, co-workers, etc. They refuse to believe that they've been taught a lie. What can we do? We can just continue to pray and hoping that they will really open up their hearts and their minds to see beyond Yah and why the way has been presented to us in this particular corner of the earth, in the corner of the world, really, because the whole world has been deceived. He said, so many have been refusing him. And then he said, only a remnant will make it. And that tells us in Romans 9:27 and Isaiah 10:22. Although Abraham was blessed with sands on the sea, it's only a remnant is going to return back. And that's because of our way of thinking. And I'm just asking you to please open up your mind and go and research. Please go and pray about this word that I'm sharing with you, because you're going to be held accountable for it. I'm getting it off my hands. So if you don't pray, it's on you. Ladies, daughters of Zion, please stop refusing, because I've shared some things and people just want to take it in another direction or take it out of context. It is not out of context. And if you pray about it, fast about it, and read some scriptures, you will put it together as I did. I've been in your shoes, so I can attest to how you feel. And he's still saying, stop refusing him and seek him. You will find him. He is there waiting on you to ask questions. He says, stop refusing my word. He said that, who did he send? This is what I want to share, is about Paul or Saul. He sent someone to help him to open his eyes when he was blinded by Yah on the road of Damascus. You go to Acts chapter 9, and it will share with you how Ananias was given a dream to go and pray and open up his eyes to Paul. And Paul was given a dream that Ananias was coming. But Ananias was bucking up. Yeah, he did, because he knew what Saul was doing to the people of Yah. And so Yah told him to go. So Ananias was obedient in that commandment of he was trying to direct him to go and pray with Saul. So I want to say, daughters, stop being disobedient and open up your eyes. Seek Yah. Seek him. Ladies, let me just share with you how some of the things that he spoke to me as he began to change my dress. And I came out of my pants. He had me start wearing longer dresses. And he told me one day, he said, I want you to go and select a top and a bottom, mix match, which was a top and a skirt, and go shopping and start buying you some white. So as I went shopping, he was leading and guiding me. As I was picking up tops, he was like, no, that's too low. Or I'll pick up another top. He said, no, that's too tight. See, I was in tune with him, so I was listening to what he was saying to me. And he said, none of those dresses, because some of those dresses that was hanging had the square top and was revealing too much cleavage and too much of my chest. And then too much of my arm was out. So I'm not saying you have to cover up your entire arm. I'm just saying he wanted just a little sleeve on the tops. But sometimes I just still bring them down to like midway. But as far as showing cleavage, that was a no-no. As far as showing a lot of my chest, that's a no-no. He wants us to be modest. And there were days that I was wearing shorter dresses around the house because I was in the house. And he told me, no, bring the dresses down lower. So I had to bring it down, below my knees, way below my knees, like maybe mid-calf or whatever. But oftentimes I wear it down even lower. Um, but nothing clinging that's going to show your shape and your body. It needs to be a little loose. Yeah, I know. And then when it came down to my shoes, he wanted me to come out my heels. I said my heels, and he was put them flatter. I was like, flatter? I was like, okay. So I didn't buck up because he had already told me the dress of how I need to dress. So I listened to him on the shoes. So when I buy shoes now, I just try to, I wear a lot of sneakers, or I may wear some flat sandals or something like that. And then if I do have on a dress that's showing, like one day I was in Mexico and I had not a spaghetti top dress, but it was similar, real similar. And he told me, just go buy like a t-shirt or whatever and wear a shirt and wear underneath it. And so that's what I started doing. So I still have those dresses, but I just wear a shirt underneath it. And then if I need to roll up the sleeves or short, mid-calf sleeves, mid-arm sleeves, then I do that. And he had already told me about the jewelry. He said, take it off for now. And so I took my earrings off. I took the lipstick off because he wants nothing fake. He doesn't want anything. He said, you are beautiful on who you are. I created you. Wear what I gave you, which is yourself. When you put your clothes on, he said, if you need extra, he told me to go buy extra fabric to accent the clothing that I wear. So he don't want us to open up the minds of men, and that's what it do. It kind of make a man's heart lust when we're wearing really tight skirts, really tight pants, shorts, and all of that. It creates sin in a man's mind, and you are going to be the cause of it, and you're going to be held accountable. So let's just not do that. Let's walk as holy as as we can in his way. He's not taking that home with him. He's not going to allow you to wear and be like that in his new city. So it's time to accept the word and accept that we've been taught the wrong way. We got to go and read, 1 Timothy 2:9. And then you can go and read Jeremiah 4:3. Jeremiah 4:30. Proverbs 7:10. Take the time and go and sit down and read it, because it's very, very important. It's going to cost you if you don't listen to this message and some of the other prophets and messengers that are sending messages. He's trying to get you to listen to him. So he's telling me he's going to be harder. He's telling his people he's going to be harder on people. He said, tell them I will leave all the unholy people. All the unholy. He said, walk in my ways. Tell them what not to wear. And so that's what I'm sharing with you. He even, made me feel guilty when I put on leggings. Now, in the wintertime, I'm like, what am I supposed to wear? Because it's kind of cold. And he told me tights underneath my clothing. And so that's what I went and purchased some tights. I'm sorry, ladies, but I have to give it to you like this. He said, cover your bodies. And he said, no jewelry, no open chest tops. He said he don't want skin showing. And then he said, I come unannounced. So he has no hour or no day. So you need to present yourself daily, of wearing this daily, because when he comes, he's coming unannounced. He said to cover thy head when we're in prayer and when we are prophesying. And he also, I want to say this, men, those young men out there, pull your pants up. You're going to be held accountable. Pull up your pants. Walk like a man. Okay? Not with your clothing trying to exploit your body. That causes issues. So let's move on. He's still saying to be very modest as you are picking. Maybe I may upload something in the communication post about a few outfits, something that would be presentable to him. He said, I need holy people for my kingdom. And he said, some of these tools and things like the dressing, the attire that you wear, these are Satan's tactics. And the tools that they use and have been using for many years, the marine kingdom and the fashions and stuff that they have created. And they keep creating it, like these wedding dresses that's showing all your cleavage all the way down to your stomach, which is very weird, but a lot of women wear things like that. They've been doing it for many years and you can't see it. But he's still saying to remove all things and items that are fake. The nails, the lashes, the makeup, all of those things is not of him, and it changes what he and who he created in you. People can't see the real you. He said, remove the makeup, for I made you perfect in my image. He said, you belong to me. So come to me for all answers. He said, again, he said, use extra fabric to enhance your dress attire. He said, get creative, children. And he said, we grow now. He said, we know who you are and who you belong to. He said, men, he's telling you to encourage the daughters of Zions and to like help them change, like hold them accountable and let them know that they have beauty. He said, don't look down on my beautiful daughters. He said, daughters, you may cover your head at all times to show more beauty using fabric. He said, express self through fabric. And just know, if you can find linen, linen is a great healing fabric. You're going to have a difficult time trying to find it because they know that it does have healing properties in it. So they mix it with other things like rayon and polyester and things of that nature. But linen is great to wear. And it's costly, but it's great to wear. He said your fabric should not be see-through. And if worn, if you have see-through, then you need to wear something underneath it so you can't see it, see your, your body or your skin underneath it. He said, love yourself in my way, not Babylon's way. He said, love the culture alone. And then he said, beauty is within your soul, not outward appearance. Dress like a lady. Don't beguile my men. He said, jewelry is not essential for apparels. And then he said, ladies, daughters, walk tall. Prepare for my coming. And then he said, the church, I'm coming, ready or not. That means if you're not ready, you're not going. He said, if you belong to Yah, come out. He said, I guide and I show the way. All you have to do is go to him. Start fasting on a regular basis. Not fast just one time and think he's going to answer or he's going to, no. It's a life, it's a process. You have to keep it in your life on a regular basis. And that's how you keep the enemy down with your fasting. They can't touch you. But if you're out there doing all kind of things, which most people are doing things, that's what keeps the door open for these wicked folks to come in and do all kind of things to you and your family. He says the church is the kingdom of Satan. And I know I'm going to get some flashbacks, so that's why I'm going to turn my comments off. He's been telling me for the longest, what the church is about. So he said, so come out, children. And he said, much love. He said, pray for confirmation. He said, only a remnant. And then I'm sharing again about the camps. He said, leaders will be exposed. He said, believe what you see and come out or be left. He said, too much Babylon behind it. Believe that, okay? Take that to him in prayer as well. And this is something that he's allowed me to open up and share now, because I couldn't share this, but he wants me to share who the Levites are. And I know a lot of you guys are going to have problems with it, but you have to look way back in the past and do your research, and you will see that the Haitians are the true Levites. I'm going to say it again. The Haitians are the true Levites, and they are wakening up, and they will be awakened, and they are coming out soon to their rightful place, the royal priesthood. They have been hidden for hundreds of years. So just know they are being awakened. And then he said, the New Day Indians are imposters. Okay? And then he said, a storm is coming. A storm is coming. Then he said, at the end, I want to add this. So I have a whole lot more to share, but I'm going to have to share a little bit by little bit over on TikTok, because I'm not going to be able to stay on YT. He said a storm is coming here, so I have to move over. 1 John 2 and 16. I want to share this because it's important. And just know all of this is a battle that we fight. All of it. But you can come through it with flying colors. Just know the battle is already won with Yah. You got to know how to get to him so you can be on the winning side and the winning team. You stay in Babylon and Babylon's way, you're going to receive what Babylon is going through now and what's coming. Babylon will not be no more. At the end, it will be a desolate place. 1 John 2 and 16, he said to tell us and to tell, I'm just going to share, that the lust of the eyes and the boastful pride of life is not from Abba, our Father, but from this world. This world. This world. There are other dimensions that he has shared with me when I asked him about Antarctica. He said it was another dimension. There are other, what I want to say, lands. That's another video for another time, but not here on YT. So let's just get in tune with what he wants now. That's going to get you in and get you on the ships and get you going with him. Ladies, it's going to take a minute. I don't know how much of a minute we have, because he said he's coming soon. Only thing I can say is pray that you can make a sudden change. And like I did, I started pulling things out of my closet, trying to get rid of it, taking it just out. I probably should have burned some of that stuff, but to be honest, I did give it to the thrift store. Some things still had tags on it that I had never worn, outfits and the heels. I had so many. I'm a shoe person. I had so many shoes, heels, and I just had so many. And so much I gave away. I can't look back at it now because I'm walking a new walk. I have a new life. And you have to not look back. Like when we leave, he said, don't look back. Don't look back at Babylon. There's nothing good that's going to come out of Babylon. Family, sit down, maybe listen to it again. But please, please share this as much as you can, because we don't want our sisters, daughters of Zion, being left, because it's something simple that can be eradicated, can be just disappeared. It just takes us to accept it through prayer. So there were just times I just didn't even want to look in the mirror, to be to be for real about it. But as time went on, it was like, oh, okay, I'm okay. So acceptance come, adjustments come. Just know. In the beginning, it may be a little difficult, but you can do all things. Some people have a fashion mind and know how to put fabrics together
look at videos for our brothers and sisters over in the motherland. They can show you some things. They really can. They've been wearing the dress like this for many, many years. It's just a couple things they probably need to change, and that would be a lot of the, the ruby red lipstick, all the makeup, and all the jewelry that they add to it. But some of them use just fabric. So just look at it and see how you can shine for our Father Yah, who's asking us to walk the way he wants us to walk. I want to say much love and stay focused on his word and what he is saying. It's very, very important not to look to the left or to the right, but look straight ahead. Share, share, share. It's important. Much love. Stay focused.